Hello, this is the TradeSite Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 24th of September, 2017, ending Friday the 29th, which will end the third quarter of the year. Unbelievable. Here's a look at the dollar index daily charts. Very flat for the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've really been in a 2 point range almost for 3 weeks here, and this week was really, really flat overall. Let's go through the major indices on the daily charts, then we'll look at the intra-week action, and then we'll look at the economic data that's coming out this week. So here's the euro dollar, also flat, basically the inverse of the dollar index for the last few weeks. Nothing going on there, and it's virtually untradeable from that perspective. We did have that 13 sell signal back about 2 weeks ago, as you can see, and that's been the high so far. Here's the pound dollar. Made a little high range base, but this last week, if you just look at the last 5 candles, very, very, very flat. So not much going on this week. Aussie dollar has gone nowhere for a while. Pound yen, high range base again, not doing much. Euro yen up a little bit. Pound Swiss has been on a roll lately, although this week wasn't as exciting. New Zealand dollar, not much there. Let's look at the 30-minute candles of the various charts for the week. So high to low here is 160 pips or so. But if you look at it, Monday was in like a 50 pip range. Tuesday was in a 50 pip range. Wednesday with the Fed announcement, we dipped quite a bit on that, and that was the whole range for the week. And then we recovered that Thursday and Friday. So not exactly a tradable week from that perspective. Here's the pound dollar, again, 180, 160 to 80 pips for the week. And all this is really choppy. And then again, the Fed announcement was the one big move. So it's a pretty boring week. We did all right, but it wasn't very exciting. And of course, you wouldn't expect to make much in an environment like this. So let's take a look at the data that's coming out this week as we form a roadmap for the last week of the third quarter. Flash manufacturing PMI out of Japan on Sunday. We've got UK's FPC statement. I don't even know what that one is. We've got the CB leading index out of China. There's some speeches. We got New Zealand trade balance Monday night. More speeches. We've got the SPPI out of Japan, business confidence out of New Zealand. We're already into Tuesday. German import prices, UK high street lending. There are some new data points here this week. I've never seen these. S&P Composite 20 housing price index at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Consumer confidence at 10. New home sales at 10. Richmond manufacturing index at 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. And then Fed member speech. Chairman Yellen speaking. Chairwoman person Yellen. No other data. We jump all the way into Wednesday. The UBS consumption indicator out of Switzerland, nationwide housing price index out of the UK, Credit Suisse economic expectations. We've got money supply and private loans out of Europe, CBI realized sales out of the UK, durable goods orders and pending home sales and crude oil inventories here in the US. We've got New Zealand rate announcement. So again, we're pretty late all the way up until we've already got to Thursday. Not much here. German consumer climate at 2 a.m. Eastern time. We've got Spanish flash CPI, got Italian 10-year bond auction. We've got the final GDP out of the U.S. along with unemployment claims and our goods trade balance number, preliminary wholesale inventories. None of that's a huge deal. Natty gas at 10:30 on Thursday. Building consents out of New Zealand. Consumer confidence out of the UK, and then Japan does their big dump. They've got household spending, Tokyo CPI, national CPI, their unemployment rate, their summary of opinions, their industrial production number, and their retail sales, all at 7:30 to 7:50 Eastern time Thursday night. Australia's private sector credit. We've got the Caxton manufacturing PMI number out of China. Housing starts out of Japan, German retail sales, French consumer spending, and preliminary CPI. UK does their current account, their final GDP, net lending to individuals, index of services, M4 money supply, mortgage approvals, and revised business investment, all at 4:30 a.m. Eastern time going into Friday. CPI flash estimate out of Europe, Italian preliminary CPI, and then Friday morning, Canada's got their GDP, RMPI, IPPI. US has the core PCI price index and personal income and spending at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We've got Chicago PMI at 9:45. We've got University of Michigan sentiment at 10. We've got some more speeches, and we've got manufacturing PMI out of China. And then next weekend, Australia does their daylight savings time shift. So New Zealand did it this weekend. Australia's going to do it next weekend. And we're going to see Europe do it soon after. And then the U.S. still over a month away. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.